Hi, I'm Pastor Bill from Open Door Baptist Church in Morehead City, and thanks for coming back for another word of encouragement, a daily time that we can just carve out to look at a word from the Bible to encourage our souls to be happy in the Lord and to get our hearts and minds set on His reality and the foundation of His hope. Well, today we are going to look at a passage coming out of the book of First Samuel. And so far, Hannah has been praying and calling out to the Lord for a child. She wants to bear a child. She wants to have a family of her own and to give birth and to have a child. And so Hannah has been crying out to the one whom she knows has all the power to grant her request, and that is the Lord. And so at this point, when we catch up to Hannah in chapter 2, God has granted her request and He has given her a child, Samuel. And this chapter, or this portion of chapter 2, is Hannah's prayer, or Hannah's really song, her song of praise to the Lord after she has had Samuel and after the Lord has given her a child as she asked for. And this is what Hannah has to say about the Lord. She says, beginning in chapter 2, verse 1, "My heart exults in the Lord. My horn is exalted in the Lord. My mouth derides my enemies because I rejoice in your salvation. There is none holy like the Lord, for there is none besides you. There is no rock like our God. Talk no more so very proudly. Let not the arrogance come from your mouth, for the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by Him actions are weighed. The bows of the mighty are broken, but the feeble bind on strength. Those who were full have hired themselves out for bread, but those who were hungry have ceased to hunger. The barren has borne 7, but she who has many children is forlorn. The Lord kills and brings back to life. He brings down to Sheol and raises up. The Lord makes poor and makes rich. He brings low and He exalts. He raises up the poor from the dust. He lifts the needy from the ash heap to make them sit with princes and inherit a seat of honor. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and on them He has set His world." Well, this is a tremendous amount of theology, of strong theology and understanding of who God is from Hannah and Hannah's song. What Hannah does here is really amazing, even just to begin with. How she begins by saying, "I rejoice in your salvation." Now, do you notice that she asked God for a child and God gives her a son, and back to Him she praises Him and says, "I rejoice in your salvation." You see, when Hannah prays and when you pray, and when the Lord graciously gives you what you are asking for, even if it's food or electricity or breath in your lungs for this day, you, like Hannah, should understand that that is just a small signal of God's greater salvation in your life. And then Hannah ends this portion of her song by going back and reminding herself over and over again of God's sovereignty. He raises up the poor from the dust. He lifts up the needy from the ash heap. He is the one who brings down to Sheol. He is the one who brings up. And then she ends with this wonderful picture. "For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and on them He has set His world." God is in control. The Lord is sovereign. He hears your prayers. And if He chooses to graciously give you what you're requesting, then turn your gaze through that blessing and see the greater point that God is the one who saves. Salvation belongs to the Lord.